Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Kerdisha St. In the headlines, government addresses major roads in the community of Grandbay, the new Newtown Primary School to be ready for the new school year, and GIS takes a look at special education in Dominica. Details of our headline stories and more after this.
Did you know the Caribbean Court of Justice is two courts in one? The CCJ has two functions: an original jurisdiction, which deals with your right to move between CARICOM countries freely and your right to move your money and your business. This is the basis of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME, and the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, and an appellate jurisdiction to hear appeals from courts of those countries which decide to use it as their final court of appeal and no longer go to the Privy Council. All CARICOM member states who have signed the agreement establishing the CCJ are members of the CCJ.
Thanks for staying with us. Major roads in the Grandbay community are being rehabilitated. The Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Grandbay constituency, Justina Charles, accompanied GIS to several road projects that were currently being undertaken in the community last week. Among the works was a $90,000 road for the residents in the Hagley area, where about 15 people were employed.
This Hagley road has been in a dilapidated condition for a little while, to the extent that bus drivers would not take the passengers up here because they felt it was too bad to drive their buses on. So they would not take them up there. So I just thought that the last set of money that we got, I had $90,000. So I just thought I would engage a contractor from the area living in Hagley to do this piece of road. And I can tell you, I am very satisfied with it. Well, Ashton Komodo was the contractor. And as I looked at the work, I really felt that he has stretched that 90,000, and that is one of the things when you engage people living in the area that you are working, they claim ownership for it and then they try to make the best of the resources that you give to them.
Work on the 10th Mon Road has been ongoing for the past 3 weeks. The Honorable Parliamentary Representative says she is pleased with the work being done to improve road conditions in the community.
That has been something that I've been speaking about for a while, because the roads were bad with many potholes, and very often when the buses would be traversing and carrying passengers, transporting passengers, they would have, sometimes they have difficulty finding what side of the road to pass on. It was terrible, and some of the roads were, some of the potholes were so deep that probably half of the tires would enter. They were bad. And then I just thought we needed to replace it. So I spoke to the Minister of Public Works, that's Honorable Ian Pinard, and I told him of the situation. He sent them up to do some work, but then what they did was just part. So I encouraged him to allow them to stay there a little and just provide some more material. Because it would not have been nice if we had done half of it and leave the others. And in fact, the higher we move, the worse the road was. So he agreed to allow them to stay in for an extra week. And I am so grateful.
Several young persons were also engaged in gainful employment during the process. Villagers are excited about their new road and express their thanks to the parliamentary representative.
The road was bad, man. Real bad. It was bad. So right now everybody is smiling. They're happy about it.
The road is good. For many years the road was bad. And now our rep come and she fix it up like that. They never got someone fixing it like that. But now she fix it like that, it's good. I appreciate it. It's really nice.
The Honorable Parliamentary Representative says her new mission is to target the secondary roads in the community. In more news, the new Newtown Primary School is well on its way to completion by the end of July. Cabinet ministers, Ministry of Education officials, and the Chinese ambassador, His Excellency Li Zhangning, took a tour of the facility on Monday, where work was underway. The school is a $6.8 million EC gift from the People's Republic of China. The Honorable Minister for Education, Peter Seja, is elated that the school will be ready by September 2015.
This represents a symbolic pillar of the relationship between the People's Republic of China and the government of Dominica. This school upon completion, will be a landmark that will transform the delivery of primary education in the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Construction for the state-of-the-art facility began in 2013. When the school is complete, it will accommodate over 300 students.
When completed, we will have a total of 14 classrooms. We will also have labs for the delivery of science lessons and, of course, the performing arts. We will also have an auditorium where students and staff will be able to engage in extracurricular activities. As you have seen this afternoon, this is the first for us here in Dominica. It is the first of our schools here on island where we will actually have an elevator to make provision for students with disabilities.
The Honorable Education Minister says this is a testament to the ministry's motto that every child must succeed, and says the school will allow for a better environment to learn and excel.
We believe as a government, and the Labour Party government has set a mark as far as education of the masses is concerned. We believe that if we are to address the challenges, we must address education from the very root. And this institution is symbolic of what the Labour Party administration stands for.
Acting Prime Minister Reginald Austri is grateful for the gift from the People's Republic of China and says government will continue to uphold its One China policy.
This just represents or demonstrates really our foreign policy strategy, the new strategy that has been adopted by the Dominican Labour Party government, where we seek to use our foreign policy to enrich Dominica, both in terms of quality and in terms of quantity. And this is just one of the few projects that we have received from the Chinese government since we established relationship maybe over 10, 11 years ago.
The Honorable Minister for Housing, Lands and Water Settlements, Reginald Austri, says the Dominica Labour Party administration is making true on its promise to 6 families called the Apartments Home. A number of low-income houses are also being constructed for residents in the Mahu constituency, estimated at $50,000 each. You're watching National Focus. Still to come, what one woman is doing to see to it that special needs children are educated. Welcome back. Beverly Libla has a dream to see children with special needs integrated into society, and she has the determination to do what it takes to achieve this dream. Upon her return to Dominica from the United States, armed with a master's degree in early childhood special education, she launched at the first opportunity to open her own facility. In March 2011, she opened the doors to the Achievement Learning Center.
Achievement Learning Center, actually, we are a school that caters for the needs of children who would not normally learn in the wide classroom. All students learn, but they learn at different pace and they have different style of learning. So we have a mixed group. Not all our children here have autism or Down syndrome. Some of the students, they would have fall through the crack had they been in the mainstream classroom because they do not have the necessary, they're not there at their grade level. So we have the preschoolers, we have the preschoolers, that is the smaller ones which we just saw there. And we have like a primary school, this school in the primary school age. And we have a middle school and we have the high school. We have teachers that cater for the needs of all the different groups. So
the school currently caters to 10 students and has a staff of 6, including 2 from the National Employment Program. Libra creates an environment that caters to the individual needs of her students.
We teach the children not at the age level, but at the developmental level. So we have a student who is 13 years old, but he is actually probably he's functioning at grade 2 level. So we teach him at that level. We work with them where they learn. We provide a wide range of activities, a lot of field trips, but the whole idea is to cater for them where they are, at their level.
The school follows the curriculum from the Ministry of Education but tailors it to allow students to benefit and eventually transition into the mainstream education system. In addition to what is accomplished at the center, the staff also provide support to other schools with children with special needs, such as the Christian Union Primary School and Pioneer Preparatory School. Libla and a group of qualified and well-trained teachers say their hard work is bearing fruit.
We have seen a lot of progress in our children, not just academically, but in their social skills, in their behavior, in the way they interact, and also in their self-esteem. Because a lot of them came and they didn't believe in themselves. They didn't have any hope that they were going to do anything. But now we have seen so much a difference in the life of the children.
On April 2nd, the world will recognize the World Autism Awareness Day. We'll bring you more from this interview on the World Autism Awareness Day in Thursday's newscast. In more news, the Dominica Cultural Division, as part of its mandate to promote and preserve Dominica's various folk forms, have been providing training to the general public in different folk forms and artistic expressions for several decades. One branch of the division is the Dominica Institute for the Arts, a well-known specialized arts training institution now in its third year. In an interview this morning with Director of the Institute, Athelina Douglas Murdoch, she says that there are big plans ahead for the Institute.
We have a program that we offer for State College students, because you may be doing, there are a lot of other courses offered at State College, but the Visual and Performing Arts was not in their program until last year when we brought it to the college. So we offer theatre arts. So in other words, you can get electives in the theatre arts, visual arts, music and dance. You can do some, you get 3 credits for that. We started last year, but even in the September, we're going to offer an associate degree in the visual arts, an associate degree in performing arts, because there are a lot of persons up there who may even have the experience in the practical, but they have nothing to show for it, which is really not good enough.
Courses are taught in 3 semesters. Semester 1 running from September to December, Semester 2 from January to May, and a summer semester run from July to September. Some of the courses taught this semester include ballet, creative dance, media arts, visual arts, fine arts, and sculpture. The director says that this is all in an effort to preserve Dominica's culture for future generations. Hence, the division works with persons who suffer from financial difficulties.
We don't want to make it too expensive, so someone wouldn't be able to access it because of money. In fact, if there's anyone who wants to join the program and they're interested and they're committed and we see that they have difficulty struggling to pay, we get a sponsor for them, because we don't think you should be interested and competent and you can't do it because of money. It's unfair. It's not fair to the country. It's not fair to the person. So pretty much we've seen a number of persons come to do the course. They stick with it to the end. There's high interest. They produce quite a good quality concert both in December and in May, just to really show it, advertise, to show the public that's what we are about, and to encourage more persons to join the program, because really development in the art is development of self. Your holistic development is incomplete really without the arts, and also development of country. So I really would like to encourage more persons to come in, join the program and participate in as many different things as possible.
She notes that signing up is as simple as going to the old mill and filling out a form, and persons who have completed the program do receive a certification.
At the end of May, we have a closing program, and students who have completed that level, we give them a certificate saying you have completed, a certificate of completion of that particular level. And then for the college students, we give them a certificate saying that we have, you have completed this elective course, and that is accredited by the college. So the college, we work in partnership with the college, and they accept our course, and they accredit the students who we say have completed the program with us. That's how it's planned. That's how it's organized.
Tips on saving electricity next.
Wash your hands. I am Adora Tuse, health educator from the Ministry of Health. Proper hand washing protects against the spread of many common illnesses and germs. Wash your hands often with soap and water, or you may use a hand sanitizer. Remember, Clean hands save lives. Protect yourself.
A message from the Health Promotion of the Ministry of Health.
Paying your electricity bill at the end of the month is not the most liked chore. Here are a few ways you can save that extra buck on your electricity bill. Replacing your incandescent bulbs with compact fluorescent light bulbs, CFLs, is one of the quickest ways to save some extra money. CFLs use up to 75% less energy and last up to 10 times longer than incandescent bulbs. And when your appliances are not in use, turn them off from the wall. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kerdisha St. Thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.